Okay, last session on factorising. First one, similar to what we've been doing before, but look, it's M and P, they're different letters, so we'll ignore that bit to start off with. If we look at the numbers, you've got 60 and you've got 20. You know we can divide both of those numbers by 20, can't we? So 20 will go on the outside of the bracket. Now 60 is 20 times 3, isn't it? But remember there's also an M there. So inside the bracket, yeah, would go 3M, wouldn't it? Yeah? This one, well, 20, so all you're going to be left with is you're going to have 20 times, and it'll be minus P, wouldn't it? We could write minus 1p, but we really should write minus p, because remember in algebra, we don't write 1p, we just write p. So we would have minus p there, and that would be it finished, okay? You wouldn't be marked wrong if you put minus 1p, but it's not really very good form. You should write it as minus p. Okay, if we're looking at this one, now the bit that's in common for these two this time is not a letter, is it? Sorry, it's not a number, is it? It's a letter. It's the letter P. So we have a P there, yeah? But PQ just means P times Q, doesn't it? And plus P times R. So we put what's in common, which is the P, on the outside of the bracket. But if I do that, that just leaves me Q plus R on the inside. Okay? So PQ stands for P times Q, PR stands for P times R. So we can take out the common bit, the bit that's the same to both, which is P, put it on the outside of the bracket. And on the inside is what's left once you've taken that away, which was Q plus R. So that would be your answer there. If we look at this third one here, they're trying to fool us a couple of ways. Firstly, there are 3 terms, but that's not a problem. That just means in our bracket we'll have 3 terms. And they've written X, but we need to remember X stands for 1X, doesn't it? So what's the same here? Look. They've all got X in, haven't they? So this time on the outside of the bracket, I'm going to write X. Okay? Now XY, remember, means X times Y. XZ means X times Z. And 1X means 1 times X. So if we put the X on the outside of the bracket, we're left with Y plus Z plus 1. Okay? And that's what goes on the inside of the bracket. Okay? Last one's similar. You got 2 different letters and a number thing. But look, 25, 15 and 30. They all divide by 5, don't they? So a 5 is going to go on the outside of the bracket. But look, 25p is 5. 5 times 5 is 25, so it's 5 times 5p. 15, remember, is 5 times 3, so it's 5 times 3q. Plus 30 is 5 times 6, isn't it? There are no extra letters with that one, are there? So if we put the 5 on the outside, yes, then we get rid of those. And what we're left with is 5p plus 3q plus 6. And that's what we put in here. Okay, this last session is sort of taking it on a bit further from that which you'd expect in Nat 4. So it's like an introduction to the sort of algebra that you will be getting when you go on to do National 5. I said it's very much the start of that. I hope you manage this, But remember, it is an extension bit, so don't worry if you're finding it a bit tricky. Now, I hope you managed to get today's work done. Remember, you can contact me, obviously in school, when you're at lessons, but also if you post on the Teams channel, I will get back to you. Have a great holiday if I don't see you before then.